Hello, I'm Steve Austin, Perennial Business Manager here at Bore UK, and today I'm excited to tell you about Hellebores. We're really proud to list the genetics from Heuger in our offering, and they have some fabulous varieties. And I'm going to start by talking about their Ice N Roses series. Look how magnificent they look today. We've chosen to take the foliage off these varieties because you can do that with this selection to help enhance the flowers. I also want to show you, before talking any more, just how large these flowers are. Just look at that. I haven't got particularly small hands, and that is an enormous flower. The great advantage with the Ice N Roses series is a couple of things. Is the fact they have very large flowers, as I've just demonstrated. They also face upwards, like this example here. It's facing outwards. And that has come from the genetics that they've been bred with. They've been crossed with the traditional Niger core types, which are the snow roses, and the Lenten rose, the Orientali, which are now known as hybrida types. They've hybridized the two together, and they've come with an array of fantastic varieties. And I believe these are much more vigorous, they're more disease resistant than the old Orientali types you find in the garden centre. I also want to highlight that this was one plug planted in week 15 last year. We grew these outside all summer. They were by the side of our Rivero poly house, slightly shaded, but grew outside all summer. They did have sun on them. We've then brought them in just before the worst of the winter. We're in an unheated polytunnel here as well, and they are magnificent. The strength of the genetics that Heuger offer us, and as well as the superb quality of the plug, makes it an excellent proposition. So I believe all of you growers that are watching this can achieve something the same on your retail area. So those typically flower after Christmas. They'll come into bud before Christmas, but generally they're flowering from February. They'll start in bud January, but February and into March. Before that, we have the snow roses. Snow roses because typically they're flowering when it's snowing. This example here is Maestro that I'm showing you. They are slightly smaller flowers. They're very versatile in growing, same protocol as these guys in front, but you tend to leave the foliage on for retail, and this guy's been flowering now for several weeks. But they typically start in bud before Christmas, coming into flower afterwards. We also offer a fabulous selection of Niger types. These varieties are the Christmas roses. They flower before Christmas. A lot of the older genetics, particularly from seed or the early tissue culture, they don't flower reliably for Christmas sales. Heuger has specifically bred the varieties that they selected that do flower reliably from starting to flower end of November, coming into December. So they are very, very good. You can even time them in production if that's something you're looking for. So with the selection we have, I believe we have something to offer you something very special in Hellebores. We also have the Frost Kiss series that's good for its foliage types, whereas these guys have green foliage. Frost Kiss is more variegated. Hopefully I've inspired you to look at Hellebores differently with us. The Ice N Roses certainly is worth looking at whilst you can. They won't be hanging around for long. So please check out our availability on WebTrack for the most up-to-date information. Talk to your account managers for pricing and any other requirements that you have. Thanks for watching.